Alrighty guys, good morning everybody. Happy Tuesday, September 5th here you guys. Hope everyone is having an amazing morning so far. Hope you guys have a great day today. Let's go ahead and see who we got here for today's live stream so far. We got ourselves Henry, we have Caden, we have Tommy, we have Christy, we have Ryan, we have Alexander, we have Billy, we have Logan, we have I Loves Chicken, we have, let's see here, Caden, we have Dixie, we have Andy. What's up, guys? Hope everyone is doing good. Glad to have y'all here for this morning's update. So, we got a bit of information for you guys here on the tropics, as you could probably tell. First of all, probability is still the same as we saw yesterday. 100% chance of formation in the next 7 days, really, for the system to become a named system here, basically. So, like I said, 7 days, we have a 100% chance. Even the next... Oh, wait, they just updated it. Holy cow. Next 2 days, 100% chance as well. Shoot. So this thing could be a storm today. Like I said, I was watching that this morning. It was a 90. We just seen a change. It was a 90, 100. Now it's a 100 chance. Holy cow. Okay, well, there you go. New update right off the bat, guys. It's fresh off the press. Holy cow. Anyways, but yeah, 100% chance of formation in the next 2 days. Let's see here. They upgraded this one as well. 30% chance in the next 2 days. 70% chance of this guy forming in the next week or so. So, obviously, like I said, the main one I'm watching for is this guy. This is one we got to look out for. As you can kind of see by the HWRF model, a big hurricane could be on our hands at some point here soon, which we're going to have to look at. And some of the models, they're getting a little crazy, as we are going to be showing you guys here. Anyways, what's up? Let's see, Olympics, we have Spencer, we have, let's see, Robert's Girl, we have Deborah, we have Christmas, we have Logan. What's up, guys? Once again, glad to have y'all here. Let's see, Tommy says Cat 4, Cat 5 is crazy. Yeah, you'll be seeing what I'm talking about here in a minute. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump on into it. I'm sure you guys don't have too much time to waste here today, so we're gonna get right to the point here for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys have to go to work and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and jump on into the official forecast real quickly, or the models real quickly. So in terms of the American GFS, still rapid intensification expected as it works its way here towards Lesser Antilles. Once again, not much has changed on this since yesterday in terms of the GFS. Still supposed to get down very strong, possibly Cat 4. Who knows? Maybe even Cat 5 possible according to the GFS model. We'll have to watch out for it, but rapid intensification is expected here according to this model overall. We work our way down in time here. And actually, we had this high pressure still squeezing its way to the east, according to the GFS. And this thing gets real close to the northeast United States, but it just slams right over Nova Scotia and right over eastern Canada here, and then gets caught up in the Arctic Circle. So, obviously, if that was the case, that would be very impactful. That would be very, very impactful overall. Let's see. Stay away from Long Island, please. Hopefully it will. Hopefully it will. Jackson says, hi. What's up? We're doing good. TF says, hey. What's up, TF? Let's see. Ava says, this is Lee at the moment. Right now it's not named yet, but this will be Lee. Yeah, this will be, Lee at some point. And Lee is set to be a pretty nasty storm overall. So we're going to have to watch out for Lee. We're going to definitely have to watch out for Lee. Anyways, but yeah, that's the GFS model has this thing, but still getting real close to the U.S. Northeast coast. I mean, seriously, if this thing still gets this close to the Northeast, there's going to be a lot of problems in terms of, waves and all that stuff. Which is definitely really crazy overall. I mean, this thing has it getting right next to Cape Cod here in Massachusetts, which is a little close to the U.S. for my liking, according to the GFS here. But that's the way the GFS has been for the last several days here. It's just been last couple of days has been showing a very close landfall, if not a direct landfall, into the eastern United States. Like I said, I'm not going to rule that out still. Like I said, obviously that's still a possibility. I'm not going to say that's impossible because, there is still models talking about it. Anyways, but working over our way here to the, the European ECMWF model. Rapid intensification still expected. Look at this. The model gets down to the 920s still. The 920 millibar zone. Like I said, the European model usually underperforms things in terms of activity. It's crazy. Look at that. Was that 925 according to the European model? Holy cow. Still, like I said, expecting to do rapid intensification, rapid development here for some time, working its way up here to the west. And this one has Bermuda getting absolutely hammered. That's what I'm worried about here. As you can see right there, that little speck is Bermuda, so pay attention right there where my crosshairs are, okay? according to the European model in the long range, it goes right over Bermuda, which would not be good at all. That would be very, very impactful, and it shows it hitting Bermuda almost at like a, at least maybe even a major hurricane. But once again, this is still kind of far down in the fetch line here. I mean, this is towards the end of the model. But still, like I said, honestly, it's a little too close for my liking. So between the two models, from what we've already learned just by looking at both of those models here, is the fact that, obviously, the GFS model, here, I'm going to have to start up my pen here. But the GFS model was showing the system getting a little bit too close to comfort to land here. Meanwhile, the European model has it more out to sea, but then in that case scenario, it actually puts, obviously, it puts, Bermuda in danger here. So, once again, the GFS kind of shows something, like this. Getting real close to the U.S. northeast coast here. Then obviously the European model has it kind of doing something like this, a little bit more out to sea. That's why you see my thumbnail splitting off into two different areas, because that's the two main models, the GFS and the European model, and they're kind of, one of them showing closer. The GFS has been a lot further west over the last couple of days. I mean, like I was explaining here, y'all, basically from where the storm is at right now, so if I was to bring it up here to current time, basically, storm's right in here at the moment, and like I said, between that point and right up here, that is like 4 days away. That is like 4 days away. So obviously we have, a bit of, time to marinate here and learn more from the system before we can really tell what's going to happen in its long-range track. Like I said, right now anything is still on the table here. I mean, I'm not really expecting, for the people who's wondering about Florida, I know a lot of people are like, what's going on with Florida? There's really not many models that support the single and near Florida. The majority of the models have this thing pulling north. So right now, I don't think Florida is in its path, which is good. But like I said, Bermuda, I think Bermuda could be a big problem for Bermuda, and possibly, I hate to say it, but maybe even portions of the Northeast into Eastern Canada, could feel some effects out of the system at some point. Once again, that's in the long range, though. That's in a very long range, and this could definitely change overall. Let's see here. What are you thinking date-wise to brush the Northeast? So according to the GFS model, we're going to ignore that real quickly. The GFS model, it has it getting close to like September 14th, September 15th, which obviously is still, like literally like 9 to 10 days away, which that's what I'm saying. It's still pretty daggone far down in the extended range here. I mean, a lot can definitely change at this point. But, like I said, this has been pretty consistent for the last couple of days here. According to the GFS, this thing's getting pretty close to liking to the Northeast, as well as just latest model has it going right over Nova Scotia there. That would be very bad. That would be very, very bad. And also, like I said, Eastern Canada getting slammed by this too. And then it just, once again, gets caught up in the Arctic Circle. Kind of just sits there, actually, between Iceland and Greenland, it looks like. So, right between those two areas, it looks like it gets kind of just caught up there. But anyways, yeah, I mean, like I said, this could, this could either way be very bad. I mean, even the GFS model, that's the thing. The GFS model still has it going right next to Bermuda. That little speck right there, that's Bermuda. According to both of the major models, once again, the GFS and the European model, like I said, it looks like it's going to be a very close call to Bermuda, regardless. So I'm going to say, if you're in Bermuda, you better watch out for this system, because it looks like it could head in that general direction out there. Let's see here. Let's see, Lee mad about the party. Yeah, Lee's not too happy. Let's see here. Alexander says, thanks so much for answering. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. So I'm here for you guys. Let's see here. Anything by New York? So the GFS, the main model that tracks this thing further west than the majority of the models do, it doesn't. I mean, it has it getting really close to those areas. I mean, if this storm was that close to, obviously, New York City. New York City's right in here. Oop, didn't mean to grab a sounding. New York City's right around in here. So this would still be bringing some, problems, tidal issues for New York City if this was to be the case. It obviously wouldn't be as crazy if it made landfall, or if it rather made landfall, it'd be a lot more crazier. But right now, I mean, like I said, that's not ruled out. It's not ruled out, but I don't think it's quite likely at the moment. I mean, considering that some of the models seems like the GFS is kind of trending more and more eastward, which I hope that's the case. It continues moving that way. But like I said, once again, this is also still in the long range. I mean, the long range is bound to change almost every model run from now and on. So there still is a lot of questions that's for the system. There's still a lot of unknowns overall with this system. But anyways, but yeah, no, the models definitely do pick this thing up in rapid intensification. Wait till you guys see the spaghetti models. Things get a little bit crazy. Anyways, we're going to hop our way over to the CMC model. Here's the latest CMC model. Rapid strengthening has, this thing really kicking off across portions here just north of the Lesser Antilles, kicking its way up here. And once again, what do you know, has it getting right next to Bermuda. That little speck right there is Bermuda. It gets pretty daggone close. That's what I'm saying. Bermuda, it seems like it's kind of being locked on by a couple of the models right now, in which Bermuda, I think, could seriously be in danger with this storm in the long range. So, like I said, Bermuda, for your all safety, just watch the system. Like I said, obviously, things can still change. I mean, it obviously can still move around Bermuda, but it seems like, the models are starting to kind of pinpoint a little better here, kind of pointing towards Bermuda maybe as a possible suspect here for either a direct hit or a very close approach, which is, definitely crazy. Let's see here. Is flooding and storm surge the issue? Like I said, it really just depends on where it goes. Like I said, if it makes landfall somewhere, then yeah, it's going to have a storm surge issue, of course. But if it's, that's that. It's crazy how we can predict something 240 plus hours out. Yeah, I mean, it's a little shady at that length, but, some of the models are, pretty decent at, getting a general idea of what the storm can do. Like I said, for example, the CMC model, this is 240 hours out. The GFS, obviously, 240 hours out for the GFS is a little different in terms of the track, but still it has it in that general direction there. In terms of the European model, same thing, y'all. I mean, seriously, getting right there next to Bermuda. All the main models, like we were talking about, has this thing getting very close, if not right over Bermuda, which is not good. Let's see here. Deborah says, appreciate you. Thank you so much, Deborah. Greatly appreciated. So I'm glad to have you here as well. But anyways, let's go and hop you guys over here to the current satellite view. I actually want to go ahead and show you guys what the system looks like right now. So here's the current state of the storm. Obviously, you can still see that counterclockwise circulation that's ongoing in the system. A lot better organization in those thunderstorms, though. Look at that; those thunderstorms are really cranking there. That's why they probably put a 100% chance in the next 2 days of developing. Is because this thing's looking pretty daggone healthy now. It's looking a lot better than it did yesterday. Circulation's still pretty good, but it looks like the convection's really centering itself there, which is crazy. Which is definitely crazy. Let's see, full moon September 14th. Oh, that wouldn't be too good either. Let's see here. People think it's going to be a Category 5. I'm gonna say it's possible. It takes a lot for me to say it's possibly going to be a Cat 5, but I think this generally has the possibility, considering there is no limitations. As we're going to look here in the models, I'll go and bring you guys back over there real quickly. There's really 3 things that can alter a storm's strength, or obviously its intensity. So obviously the first thing is those surface temperatures. Like I said, basically the surface temperatures of the water is very hot, which the storms love. That's not a problem at all. So check 1 box out of 3. The second thing is obviously moisture. If there's a lot of moisture in the storm, it has no problem at continuing to thrive. And you can see this big barrel of moisture right over the system. The bluish green color is representing a lot of moisture. It has no problem. No problem gathering enough moisture needed overall, and it kicks off there. Until its later cycle, it looks like the later cycle could have some problems with moisture, but for the most part, it looks like it keeps up pretty daggone well here overall. Now, like I said, check that box 2 out of 3 off because, there's a lot of moisture. The surface temperatures of the ocean are very hot. And the last thing here is the wind shear, basically, how strong the winds are. If you have the winds that are pushing right at a storm very, very fastly, they will rip apart the storm. And that's obviously not good for the system itself. Anyways, but the system right there is going to have some venting going around the storm. So no jet stream. You can see there's like the jet stream. If this jet stream was aimed right at the system, it would kill it out immediately, or very, very quickly. But in terms of things, maybe in its later life, it could get cut off by the jet stream up there in the northeast. But at least for the first 5 days or so, no, there is going to be absolutely no wind shear. So that's what I'm saying. The environment is limitless. There is literally nothing stopping this system from rapidly organizing and rapidly strengthening for the next 3 to 5 days. So that's what I'm saying. It has a lot of time to pick up a lot of strength here. Like I said, the models are just absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's see, where do I think it's heading to? I kind of agree. Obviously, the main models, obviously it's a little far out to tell for the most part, obviously, but whenever it comes to the system, I'd say the best probability, I'm a little skeptical still on if it's going to come near the U.S. East Coast or not, but I really do think, I mean, obviously it seems like it's going to pass just north of the Lesser Antilles. We know that. That's what the main hurricane models are saying here. I think it's going to steer up and go right next to, if not right over Bermuda, and then track out the sea. That's what I think the main track's probably going to be. That's what the main models in terms of the ensembles, the ensembles as well as the main hurricane models are talking about here. I think it's going to do a track kind of similar to Franklin, although maybe a little bit more to towards Bermuda. I think that could be a bit of an issue there, which let's hope not. Let's hope not. Let's see here. What's up, Captain? Hope we're doing good. Let's see here. Yeah, expecting a high in Cat 4, low in Cat 5. That's kind of what I think is possible with the system as well. But let's go ahead and bring you guys over here to the spaghetti models. That's what I wanted to show you guys. And, in terms of the spaghetti models, in some cases, it basically underdoes some of this, underdoes some of the intensities here. But we have quite a few models now showing this thing get up to Cat 5. So, like I said, if we were to take that middle ground, the line of best fit here, right? So if I was to take that middle ground, working our way down in time, that middle point in the models has this thing getting right near Category 5 strength. I mean, it gets very, very, very daggone close. So that middle point kind of does something more like this, but it's definitely getting very close to to possible Cat 5 status. The models. I mean, you can see it. More than half of the models here support this thing at least becoming a Category 4. That's what I'm saying. So I think Cat 4, Cat 5 is definitely a good shot. I think it's definitely a good shot here overall. But like I said, this thing is probably going to turn pretty gnarly, which is definitely going to be, waking up the sea and everything like that. And there's going to be so many big waves and all that with the system. So that's something to watch out for, even for the Caribbean islands out there towards the Lesser Antilles. If it's not a direct landfall, which it doesn't look like a direct landfall is going to be happening for the Lesser Antilles, but regardless of its strength, it could, or determining its strength, I should say, the system could very well have some, rip current issues and stuff like that for those islands, which is, kind of a little bit of a concern there overall. But yeah, I mean, like I said, once again, y'all, here's the current satellite imagery. It's looking a lot better overall. I mean, this thing's definitely been, kicking up in that thunderstorm activity here for a while now. Circulation's still pretty daggone well. I mean, it's looking pretty well. It's looking pretty good, a lot better than it is. Once again, we're going to do another live stream tonight. I'm actually doing live coverage today on severe weather out there towards Minnesota. I'll go ahead and pan you guys over there real quickly. So towards Minnesota and Wisconsin, we have a bit of severe weather expected for today, even the upper state of Michigan. So I'm going to be covering this today. We have a 2% tornado. Oh wow, they just added a slight risk for Missouri and Oklahoma. Oh yeah, we're definitely going live for this. Let's see here. 2% tornado threat up there towards Minnesota and Wisconsin. We'll get back to the tropics here in a second, y'all. Hail, 15% chance. Okay, is there a significant hail chance? That's what I'm curious. There's no sig hail chance. Let's see, no sig wind chance, and the winds here are 15% chances. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely gonna definitely be live here for the coverage later on this evening. It's not gonna be till later on though. Anyways, but let's go ahead and hop back over here to the tropics. I just wanted to go ahead and mention that real quickly. We are gonna be live for that here overall. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye out there for it. Anyways, but let's go ahead and hop you guys back over here to, I actually want to go ahead and show you guys the spaghetti models in terms of the track and stuff like that now, according to this overall verdict here. So let's go ahead and do that real quickly. So we're going to hop you guys back over here. So here's some spaghetti models. I mean, as you can tell, obviously the system is pretty good. I mean, the models are actually, pretty well at understanding its path. I mean, you can see how they're pretty close together. I mean, even decently far out. So we have a good shot of, this thing, continuing right there towards that track there. So it's going to basically work its way here to the northwest, and, you can see the models at the end start to curve more to the north. And if I was to bring you guys actually back over here to the, the ensembles here, I mean, look at this. Here's the GEFS ensembles. The middle ground has it going right over Bermuda. That's the bad thing. You can see that this is the most likely track, is this thing going up here, going out to sea for the most part, but, putting Bermuda at risk. That's what the big issue is. That's what I'm mostly concerned about at this point, in terms of the latest models and stuff like that. It seems like the models are, it really seems like the the models and stuff like that are, starting to trend kind of going right near Bermuda. Like I said, let's hope that's not the case there, but it's a possibility. Some more ensembles kind of showing it maybe a little bit more to the west. This is the GEP S model here in terms of ensembles. I mean, still kind of going right near Bermuda. So that's what it's a little concerning. That little speck right there is Bermuda. So like I said, it's definitely looking like it's going to steer to the north. So the people who are wondering out in Florida, it does not look like Florida is going to be impacted by this storm. Thankfully, you guys already dealt with a storm here not too long ago. We covered that one. But overall, it's definitely looking, definitely looking like not an issue for Florida as of right now. So that's some good news. But once again, yeah, here's the intensity based off of the spaghetti models here, y'all. I mean, like I said, the middle ground between these models, I mean, has this thing easily getting up into Cat 3+ zone, which you can see the majority of the models, at least probably 2/3 of the models, has this thing getting up at least Category 3 strength. I mean, that's almost a certainty at this point, is that this thing will get up near Cat 3. Like, all the models right now support it at least getting up to Cat 3 for the most part. So Cat 4 is still a very likelihood, and like I said, there was a handful of models that shows this thing getting up near Cat 5. Like I said, there's no limiting factors over the next 5 days or so with the system, because like I said, there's a lot of warm surface temperatures of the ocean. Like I said, there's a lot of key ingredients is in place. Tons and tons of moisture from the lower to upper levels of the atmosphere, and there's a lot of like I said, lack of wind shear, which is good. So basically, a lack of winds aiming at the storm to basically rip it apart. There's no winds that's aiming at the storm right now, so it's basically in its open field. There is absolutely nothing stopping the storm here right now, which is definitely a little concerning on the end here of its strength. And like I said, I think that I mentioned this on my community page. I don't know if you guys seen that. Like I said, I definitely think that I definitely think that this thing could be a Cat 4, Cat 5 potential. According to what the models are saying right now, it's not a ruled out scenario. I mean, it definitely looks to be a good possibility. This system's gonna be a beast. It will definitely be a beast here. Let's see here. Could this hit Maine? Marcus, it's not impossible. Like I said, in some of the later models, like the GFS here, once again, in the later end of the forecast, like I said, obviously this is, not to be trusted 100%. Obviously, you probably know that. But whenever it comes to the American GFS, I mean, it has it getting right next to Maine in the Northeast. The GFS has been trending the Northeast for a while. There's the previous run before that. Previous run, you can see the last 3 runs, according to the GFS, has this thing a little bit too close for comfort near the Northeast, near Maine and Nova Scotia there. So I'm not saying it's impossible. I mean, you can see the GFS has been really close to the east for a while now. Like I said, we'll just have to continue monitoring this and see how the GFS continues to handle the situation here. Not just the GFS, but all the other main models we need to look at as well. But not ruling it out. But as of now, it seems like the majority of the models have this thing pulling a little early near Bermuda and then going out to sea. That's what it seems like that. Let's see here. I'm thinking a high-end Cat 3 at the absolute least. Probably, yeah. Let's see here. That would be a tropical storm. This is Andy. What would be a tropical storm? What, getting right here next to Nova Scotia? The pressure equivalent, that's around Category 1. Maybe Cat 2. Yeah, according to the pressure equivalent there. Once again, that's just an estimate. You cannot, take pressure to be an exact. Obviously, the winds is what matters, but, yeah, no, this thing's definitely going to be, it's going to be making a close call. This thing is certainly going to be making a pretty daggone close call to the Northeast, as well as Nova Scotia there, in portions of like Eastern Canada, which like I said, that's what I'm a little worried about. Let's see here. Coffee says, "Good morning. What's up, Coffee? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here." But like I said, yeah, no, we're going to definitely need to be monitoring the situation. We're going to go and hop you guys over here to the HWRF. We actually have a new run that just came through, I believe, the 06 Zulu. I think, let's see here. Yep, 06 Zulu has just now came out. So this is the 06 Zulu, according to the HWRF model. So rapid development is expected, rapid strengthening as it works its way here to the west. The strongest it has it is right there around 938 millibars, it looks like. And in terms of, holy cow, dude. Wow, dude, that is nuts. Look at that thing. Look at the eye on that thing. Like I said, still massive. This thing's a beast. That's the Lesser Antilles right here. I mean, the thing's nasty. Like I said, even if it makes a close call to this, I mean, obviously these islands are probably going to experience some high tides, or not high tides, but higher waves, I should say. Let's see here. Haunted Dog coming in with a member for 1 month. Tropical Storm Club saying thanks for keeping us weather aware while in DR. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. Thank you so much, Haunted Dog. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, no, the models has this thing getting pretty gnarly. Pretty gnarly. It shows like it shows, according to this model, it shows that eye kind of forming here as early as like September 7th, September 8th or so. So, you know, honestly, I kind of agree with this. I'm not, you know, kind of agree with this model here in terms of that early. I mean, like I said, all the models are really kind of talking about that. Let's see, the HMON model here. This one has rapid strengthening as well. Yep, look at that. Rapid strengthening. Holy cow, 921 millibars. That is absolute disgusting. Yeah, pressure that low. Let's see here. Whoa! This model has it maximum sustained of 138 knots. Let's see here. So a knot is less than a mile an hour. So 138. That's sustained winds of 158 miles an hour. This model shows a Category 5. The HMON model shows this thing, yeah, getting up to Cat 5, which is 138 knots sustained, which is 158 miles an hour. So it has to be a Cat 5 is 157 plus. So this thing's low in Cat 5 according to the HMON. HWRF on the other hand, let's see here. This one at its peak shows, let's see, 122, which is, let's see here. So 122 would be 140. So that's kind of mid in Cat 4. Actually, hold on. I think it's 130 plus Cat 4, or is it 100? I think it's 130 plus if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. So the Saffir-Simpson scale, yep. So it has to be 130 plus to be Cat 4, and this model shows this thing becoming a Category 4 hurricane, kind of a mid-end Cat 4 according to the HWRF model, which, you know, the two models we just looked at shows Category 4. In Cat 5. Let's see, the GFS, which is also one of the main models you guys have probably heard of. Let's see here. Holy cow. Yeah, the GFS, oh, look at that. It has it getting real close to Bermuda there. Let's see here. With the winds at least 40 to 50 knots, which is, you know, right around tropical storm force, according to the GFS, right there near Bermuda. Let's see here, though. But the maximum winds, according to what the GFS has to show, it looks like right around 110 knots, which is like upper Cat 3, lower Cat 4 almost. So, like I said, it seems like a lot of these models are definitely trending towards a very, very nasty system overall. Let's see. So that model doesn't go out as far. Let's try to 12 Zulu. The last full model we have 917 millibars here. Absolutely bonkers according to this model. Let's see. Do I not have any better new run from that? Let's see here. ECMWF. We have 95L. Let's see. We have 0 Zulu. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So we have the 0 Zulu run. About to say. Whoa, 125 according to this one. 125 knots. 143, that's mid in Cat 4. So all the models we've talked about here, at least has it getting into possible Cat 4 status, you know, Category 4 status. Like I said, I have no problem thinking this thing's going to become a Cat 4. I think it's going to easily become a Cat 4, possibly, like I said, maybe even a Cat 5, I think is a possibility. I mean, because, like I said, just considering the amount of moisture, like I said, there's a lot of moisture with the system here overall. You know, a lot of moisture. Seems to have really no problem with dry air. I mean, there's some dry air on the outer skirts, but it seems like it keeps its, you know, structural integrity pretty daggone well. So between that, the lack of wind shear, as well as those warm surface temperatures of the ocean, yeah, it's going to have rapid strengthening. I mean, like I said, it's looking like a beast. It is definitely looking like it's going to become a beast here overall. So we'll have to watch out there for that. Let's see here. Aiden says I'm gonna head off. Have a good day. You as well, Aiden. Do I think it's going towards Florida? No, I don't think it's gonna come near Florida, Justin. I think it's gonna pass to the east, be relatively far away from Florida. Yeah, I don't think Florida is gonna be impacted by this system, which would be good because so last thing Florida needs is obviously another hurricane to hit them, because like I said, they just got hit here not long ago. by Adalia, which was, yeah, wasn't really pretty. But no, I don't think it's going to come near Florida, thankfully. Let's see here, and it usually gets stronger. That's going to be bad. Like I said, the fact that the fact that basically the European model supports this thing getting in the Cat 4 territory, that's saying something. Look at that, 925 millibars according to the ECMWF. That's if you guys have been in weather for a while, you guys know that the ECMWF is also, first of all, known to be one of the most accurate models, but it's also it usually keeps things to a reasonable standard. And the fact that it's saying that this thing's going to be getting near Cat 5 is pretty nuts. Pretty daggone nuts. Yeah, like I said, last time I've seen that was a while ago. It's been a while ago. Let's see here. Oklahoma City is getting storm ready. Let's see here. It looks like there's a little bit of pop-up showers towards Oklahoma City, but it doesn't look like anything crazy. Let's see here. G's 925. Yeah. Let's see. Florida would be literally done if they got hit with that hurricane. Yeah, it wouldn't be too good for Florida, would it? But you can see the majority of the models, like I said, has this thing pulling north. Obviously, remaining pretty well away from Florida. Let's see. That's the European. The GFS model, like we were talking about here. The newest GFS, you can see, also has this thing remaining just north of Florida, but has it getting drawn up into near the northeast, towards eastern Canada as well. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't see Florida being in an issue with the storm here. The only thing I would say, the only possible effects that Florida could feel is probably some rip currents. I mean, obviously on the eastern beaches and stuff like that, some of the beaches there in eastern Florida could probably have a little bit of rip currents and stuff like that because, I mean, the storm's just so massive. It's causing those waves to just be crazy. And it's actually drawing some wind, drawing some air into the cyclone here, and it's pulling away from the shoreline. So it's kind of dragging everybody back towards the sea, which would obviously be a rip current problem because it's, the current's pulling it back. Let's see here. Can I ask about tomorrow for Michigan? Do I think it'll be slight? Well, like I said, this is mostly a tropical update video, live stream. There's a possibility for severe weather. It's marginal right now, but like I said, I'd have to dive into models, which I'm just not going to do right now for severe weather because I don't have any of that set up. But if you are in a slight, then I'll let you know tomorrow for another update. But yeah. Let's see here. But yeah, no, honestly, guys, like I said, it's definitely looking like it's going to be, a little bit of a system here for sure. Pretty crazy overall. But anyways, yeah, no, that's kind of what the models are showing y'all. Once again, on the satellite imagery, this thing's looking a lot better. 95L is definitely looking a bit better here. Like I said, its thunderstorm activity is becoming a lot more clustered together rather than kind of discrete as it has been over the last couple of days. Circulation's still doing very well. They need to pan over the satellite view over more towards the center of it, but it's doing better. It is definitely doing a lot better overall. Like I said, the models and everything like that, I mean, like I said, it shows rapid strengthening, rapid development of the system. Like I said, I would not be surprised if this thing does become at least a Cat 4. I mean, it's definitely looking like it's going to hit pretty good. And like I said, the Hurricane Center says in the next 2 days, 100% chance of formation. Let me actually see their new wording about that, about the new system. Let's see here. There we go. If current trends continue, advisories will be issued later today on tropical cyclone moving west-northwest at 15 to 20 miles an hour across the tropical Atlantic. Additional strengthening of the hurricane is likely later this week as the system moves over western portions of the tropical Atlantic near the northeast and northern Leeward Islands. For additional information on the system, including gale warnings, National Weather Service. Yeah. So this thing, like I said, it looks like it's going to develop today. So possibly by next live stream, guys, this thing will be a system. This thing will be, either a tropical depression or a tropical storm. Which, honestly, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing just jumps right to a tropical storm. Just considering what it's doing here. I mean, right now, let's see here, has sustained winds of 30 knots, which is, let's see here, about 34 miles an hour. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing does become a tropical storm later on today. Would not be surprised at all. Let's see here. Yeah, I just want to let you know. Thanks. I figured you didn't have it set up. Gotcha. Yeah, like I said, honestly, we are expecting a bit of severe. I just realized I'm actually in that line as well. Here, let me go ahead and show y'all. So there's the marginal risk out there. So this is tomorrow's outlook. I'm actually in Louisville, so I'm right in the middle of that too. Anyways, but yeah, no, honestly, I don't see too much out of it right now. Marginal risk is, kind of the lower end spectrum today, though. We got, 2 slight risks we need to monitor. Like I said, we're going to do some live coverage on this later today, for at least maybe 1 or 2 hours, just for a little bit today. Just to kind of get the, get the word out there and everything. Did, let's see, Idalia cause tornadoes? Yes, it did. Yep. Spawned a couple of them, actually. And even Charleston, South Carolina got one, and it flipped over someone's car on video. It was nuts. Really crazy. But anyways, but yeah, no, we got to definitely be watching out for this guy overall. Let's see, why'd they get rid of it? Looks, yeah, they're probably getting ready to issue those advisories on that system overall. We got another one out there in the out here in the Eastern Pacific here. Let's see here, but anyways, but all right, well, guys, like I said, I don't think we have too much more to update you all on. I think we did a pretty good job this morning at giving you guys updates on it. That's about all the information we got right about now. So if you guys are just now joining us, rewind the live stream back to the beginning and watch it, because like I said, we went over everything: spaghetti models, spaghetti intensity, everything like that. Spaghetti intensity on video. Where I need to watch it, it's on my Twitter. So my Twitter is at NWW116_WX. Go on my Twitter and scroll down a little bit, you'll see it. But anyways, but yeah, guys, I think that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Like I said, y'all just definitely be watching out for it, and especially if you're going on trips towards, like I said, Bermuda out there. If you have trips planned for Bermuda, I would watch it close, okay? Because like I said, the system, according to most models now, it's going to be getting a little too close for comfort near Bermuda, okay? So we'll definitely need to be watching out for this here overall. But, all right. Well, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Like I said, we'll catch you guys here later on. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll catch you guys here later on today. Not sure what time. It'll probably be around 5 to 8 p.m. or so for live coverage and stuff like that. I'm going to work on my winter forecast today, but since there's, severe weather going on today and we're still tracking the tropics, I probably won't have the winter forecast up today. If not today, it'll probably be tomorrow, because, like I said, things are just piling up. There's so much active weather right now. It's just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. Chrissy says, thanks for the update. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Let's see here. Tehran says, thank you for your live. You're the best. You're very welcome. We'll try to watch the stream today. All right, sounds good. But all right, you guys, well, you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Y'all have a good day at work or school or wherever you're going and whatever you're doing. Like I said, we'll catch you guys later on, though, for live coverage. Once again, probably around 8 p.m. Let's see here. Real quickly before I head off here, I'll go ahead and show you guys. Let's see what time storms power off. I was looking at it yesterday, and it looked like those storms were going to kick off here kind of around like right around 5 to 8 or so. Kind of like later set storms. Let's see here. Actually, yeah, right around 5 it shows that first beginning of it kicking off, but it really didn't show it amplifying until like at least 7 o'clock or so. Wow. Okay, so I might have to go live like later. Okay, I might go live around 7 or 8. Kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, it has the stuff kind of dying out right around midnight or so. So we'll figure it out. I'll just keep an eye out. Whenever the storms really start looking like they're gonna go crazy, then I'll actually hit that live button and we'll go live and stuff like that. So, but all right, you guys. Well, we're gonna go ahead and head over here to the ending now. Like I said, I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out with us this morning. And like I said, once again, I hope y'all have a great day today. Once again, we'll catch you guys later. Big thanks goes to Haunted Doll for the Tropical Storm membership. Thank you so much, and it's greatly appreciated. And all right, well, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Stream's going to head off here in approximately 2 minutes. So if there's anything you guys want to go ahead and say to your friends, family, anybody in the chat, go ahead and say your final goodbyes. And alrighty, you guys, well, we'll catch you guys here later on today. Peace out, my friends, and we'll see you guys later. All right, see y'all.